Hi guys. So, um, the long promised post, yes, in video format because of my ultimate laziness. It's not going to be overly long. I'm about ready to hop a shower and then fall into bed like I feel like I richly deserve, though I don't really know at this point. Um, the last week and a half has been definitely interesting. So, the car dealership still has my car. Yeah. They still have my car because it seems that glass breaking is a thing. And jacking vehicles like my own is a thing. Though, of course, my vehicle wasn't jacked and everything was still somewhat in there. They just wanted to do a lot of damage. So I get told by the dealership, who I have to take it to because I literally just bought the car from them, that it's $600 more than the insurance estimated, and I was not going to get my car back for a month. Fun. So, this is the fun that is my life. So, I'm not going to have my car for a month. I've got to be able to come up with bus fare for a month. Then to top it all off, what was left on my credit card got blown through because hubby got in an argument with the eldest kiddo, not this Wednesday, not basically today for me, but last week. And he got into an argument with the eldest and moved forward too fast and broke his toe or something in his foot and didn't realize it until later when he went to go step on it and it lit up like a Christmas tree. Now, he is on pain medication for a nerve condition, which means that getting his feet to be quiet is the thing, but when your feet are quiet and you're ticked off and you're not paying attention, yeah. So that's fun. But I managed to get in a doctor's visit because the doctor snagged me while I was there. So, no car. Had to take an Uber. Had to go back to the doctor's office after we went to Rite Aid in an Uber. Sat there for an hour. Only to discover we had to go back to the doctor's office to get the prescription for the boot that they didn't get a chance to print up because somebody's printer wasn't working there. Then go out to the place that actually has the boot and then just head home from there. So my husband was in socks and shoes on a broken foot for 7 hours. Okay, now being in socks and shoes with the condition that he's in anyway is not exactly what I call loads of fun, but he's in socks and shoes with a broken foot for 7 hours. And they did blood work and everything on me, and I still don't know what the results are. Either which way, last week was loads of fun. I did manage to put a halt on my insurance for the car so that they wouldn't basically hurt me too hard while my car is in the shop. Doesn't stop the payment that already went through, which hurts for rent. And it probably won't help with the payment next week or this next couple of weeks either. But I have it suspended for right now while the car's in the shop. The car I will not be seeing until after my first payment is made. Yeah. Because I called today to see if I could get around that. No, I can't. So I owe, $300 some odd on the 16th. Needless to say, I'm going to be gathering up as much tax documentation as I can this weekend and filing taxes and crossing my fingers and hoping it all clears so I can keep saving our butts. As it stands, as you all know, I had to get, a little bit of help last month, about $200 or $300 worth, to be able to pay rent. And this is after I deducted $500, which I'm afraid to go look at to see that maybe they haven't waived, which would really suck. I have gone to this thing called Eviction Portal here in the state of Washington and am filling out the paperwork and everything like that to try to prevent us from being evicted. The problem is the program is limited. There are very few slots. And I might not meet the criteria yet. I hope to never meet the criteria, but I might not meet the criteria yet, which would put me out of the program for the rest of the year. Hubby is still so upset because he can't work. Speaking of his work, we're still chasing them down, trying to get them to file the FMLA. They've never filed. We were going to use the car to go down to the actual workplace in SeaTac, which is about an hour somewhat away, to go ask them what the hell is going on. Because it seems like basically at this point they're just blowing him off. They aren't planning on doing anything. And they know the state can't do anything because it all goes through them. And we could be staring down eviction at any point in time. I literally, today was the first, well, still is, at least until I post this. And I dread looking at it. I'll probably have about $1,100 of the $1,670 that I owe. Plus I have about another $200 worth of bills coming out of me. Plus I've got to be able to survive for 2 weeks. The fun just never stops. So that's great, I guess. It's not great. I'm pretty sure you could sense the sarcasm there and know that basically I'm already 1,000 in the hole and the month has just begun. Yeah, it's not great. But, yeah. But in other news, hopefully good news, I can start school. The downside to that, my computer that I am talking to you talking to you all through right now, won't cut the mustard. So I had to file for what's known as an online scholarship to get a computer that's compatible to be able to start school March 1st. I've got the funds, I've got the grant. The only thing I don't have is the scholarship. Or time, but we'll discuss that later. I don't have this scholarship yet. Hopefully it can come through by the 1st. If not, I'll have to push everything back yet another month, which will give me more time to look into TIAA and Comp 1, which would be a good jumping off point and get me kind of in the roll of things and how it goes. So I've got school starting. My job still doesn't pay worth a damn. The hours are inconvenient and long. And once again, I have that supervisor who, on again, off again, just acts like she's lost her mind and doesn't know how to talk to people. And I'm starting to get frustrated. I'm starting to get seriously frustrated. It's like I have to learn things by people pelting me with the information after it gets done wrong. And I'm being punished for not having the information beforehand. That's what I love about this whole training thing. They don't really train you. They just kind of expect you to know. And then you get punished if you don't know. And I get paid $1 to $2 less than your average Starbucks barista or McDonald's burger flipper for this privilege. And all the stress and worry and everything else that comes with it. My credit card is maxed out. My reserve line is maxed out. I am staring down the barrel of rent here within the next 4 days. Well, right now for the next half hour, 4 days. By the time this gets posted, 3. to be able to come up with rent and be able to keep my butt afloat until the next paycheck. Not loving my odds, but I do actually have an interview tomorrow morning during my lunch hour. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not. But it is an interview. I've put in for another couple of places. I just keep placing applications. I'm trying to find something that at least is marginally better than $16 an hour. Especially when my rent got hiked by about $170 4 months ago. And 4 months ago, that was fine. And then everything went downhill from there. I'm very surprised that my ulcer hasn't caught up with my brain and everything hasn't started eating itself. I am beyond exhausted, but still trying to maintain my sense of humor, which I will say the last week has kind of been difficult. I've been waffling between depression and rage, and there's really nowhere to put that, no context for it, and no real reason for it. Stress levels are high, but I'm putting it down to the season and the fact that we've had ice on the sidewalks for the last 3 or 4 days. We got snow for about all of 5 minutes. It was nice, but it doesn't last long here where I'm at. But it was nice for about 5 minutes. But yeah, it's been crazy. When it comes to the car, I've still got to make a car payment, but managed to spend the insurance. They did come and actually fix the hole in the bathroom. And then I had to produce electric bills so they could waive $500, which I'm afraid they have not done. Found out only very late that what I did, technically I can't do, but at the same time, they can't leave holes in the roof. So there's that. That did manage to get fixed. Fan still isn't fixed. But honestly, at this point, I'm not going to beleaguer it. I'm just tired. And I have to be able to come up with enough to survive and pay rent and come up with a job and do schooling and do all of this without the convenience of a car that I'm going to be paying for. Oh, and I'm still waiting for medical tests because somebody finally caught a hold of me after more than a decade of not going to go see a doctor. Whoops. Well, not see a doctor for, regular things. Rather not looking forward to those tests. But my blood pressure is good. Don't ask me how. My blood pressure is good. Wow. So, husband has a boot that he's not wearing. That we went out of our way to get and he's not wearing. I did a Mary Chase for his medications. They've upped the gabapentin to try to, even that out so he's not the gabapentin, the other one. They've upped the nerve medication to try to lessen his need for the gabapentin. Actually seems to be working, except for the fact that the gabapentin is combating what's going on with his toe. But he's the broken bit. But he's feeling actually well enough now that he's thinking he actually may be able to cut back on that, which is the whole point of what he wanted to do. Because he really hates taking medication, and I can't blame him. But at the same time, that was a Mary Chase. So he was out for a couple of days of the gabapentin, which originally was to stop the tingling in his toes, and it seemed to stop working in that regard. They've got on something a little bit stronger that only takes once a day. Gabapentin's supposed to help him get through with the other mild stuff, but he honestly didn't really need it except the broken portions of his foot. 2 days without the thing that made that quiet. That was not fun at all. The stress in the household was immense. But I will say this. We have been blessed. We've gotten a lot of help over the last month and a half. a lot of warm wishes, a lot of kind thoughts, little bits of luck here and there. This didn't really seem like much at the time, but was enough to get us through. So there's always that. Everybody in my family is relatively healthy, even broken feet and all. We are well fed. We do have EBT. I am putting in for electrical assistance. I'm putting in for rent assistance and crossing my fingers and whistling past the graveyard, because trying to alleviate bills and headaches in other directions really hasn't been very successful. But I remain forever hopeful. I'm filing taxes soon. I really wanted to use it to pay off massive bills, to lower the headache and the stress and the high bills for later, but it looks like that might not happen. It looks like I might be using that for ordinary bills, which really sucks, but this time around I don't have hubby going and working to alleviate that. I've had a lot of good suggestions of, find him something to work from home with, but the only problem is that he's mildly dyslexic and he doesn't do paperwork. We're talking somebody who's done manual labor most of his life. A lot of the stuff that he's done, like maths and things like that, have been done with tape measures. He's done a lot of work with metal and, physical labor. Small reports, things that don't require a lot of tech savvy, and he's pretty tech savvy, but he's not updated. That don't require a lot of tech savvy, that don't require a lot of long hours, and the ability to word things the way management likes. So they're good suggestions. I'm trying to get him to go back to school with me, because that would be awesome. I think that he'd enjoy that. But that one's a bit of an uphill. I would actually have to get him to buckle down to it, but that's a bridge I will burn another day. For right now, I don't think I've forgotten anything, but most likely I have. So, hole in ceiling fixed, car still not here, bill still too high, hubby's work still being stupid, hubby's nerves still being stupid, my work still being stupid, I am still overworked, underpaid, and my nerves are fraying. But beyond that, I'm still managing to keep up with you guys, which makes me happy beyond all belief. You have no idea. Being able to stay caught up with you guys always makes my day. I am betaing a fic for my darling Caviar. She's marvelous. Fiction is marvelous, darling. I look forward to talking to you soon about it. And I'm getting ready to go back to school, so I need to buckle down and do what I can to learn what I can before I even get started, as crazy as that sounds. I will keep you all updated. Big thank you to, I will go ahead and give just the initials to LM for the assistance. I will definitely let you know if I need more. It seems my Radio Free Monday post, again, as usual, when I need help the most, is not very helpful at all. But I guess we'll burn all those bridges when I come to them. I will try to keep you all updated better than I have been doing. Oh, and thank you to my lovely T. I know I left you a message rather late in the game, but I did receive that club, and I will love to use it when the car comes back around. But until such time, and those things being possible, know that I love you guys. I'm so glad that I don't have to miss you this time. I'm actually being able to keep up. And I think of you always and keep you in my heart. I'm lighting all the candles for those who need it, and giving all the happy dances for those who may need those as well. So until I see you either on my post or yours, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other, guys. Know I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.